Okay, here's an application problem that you're going to see over and over again, especially in a business math class. Okay, let's see what it says here. Michael made a profit of $100 at the farmer's market selling tomatoes. He had a fixed cost of $10 and a variable cost of 30 cents. He was selling his tomatoes for $1 each. How many tomatoes did he sell? Now let me say something here. This word variable cost can also be rewritten as marginal cost. All right. So what are we talking about? We're talking about writing an equation that involves profit. So let's make sure we got the right color here. So profit is equal to your revenue minus your cost. So you need to tattoo that on your arm. Profit is equal to revenue minus cost. He had a profit of $100. So we know that P is going to be equal to 100. His revenue, he was selling each tomato for $1. So that would be $1 times the number of tomatoes that he sold. Minus, now here's the cost function. We need to start a parentheses here. Okay, he has a variable cost of 30 cents. This is how much it cost for him to grow each tomato. So there were things involved like water, labor, so forth. So 30 cents times each tomato that's produced. That was his, okay. This part right here, this 30 cents is the variable cost. Now we're going to add the fixed cost. All right, this is not changing, $10. So $10 would be like the supplies, whatever he had to buy, let's say, before he got started. For example, his seeds, right, could be added into this. He had to buy a shovel. That could be added into the fixed cost. Okay, that is not changing. Now we have our equation, all right, and all we got to do now is solve for x. So let's rewrite. Minus 0.30x. Distribute this minus sign across now. Collect up our like terms. Okay, so that's going to make that 1 minus 0.30, which is 0.70x minus 10, and that's all equal to 100. Now let's go ahead and add 10 to both sides. So this is 110 is equal to 0.70x. Multiply both sides by 1 over 0.70. And we have and of course, I'll let you figure that out. I'm just going to plug it into the calculator and see what we get. Okay, so this is really going to be an approximation. I'm going to write it out here, write some of it out. 157.14 4, 2, 8, and so on. But of course, okay, we can't sell this fractional number of tomatoes, so what we could do is just round that down to 157 tomatoes. Okay. So he sold about 157 tomatoes. He did. Now remember, anytime we come up with a solution in a linear equation like the one we have here, we can always take that 157 and plug it back in, and this right hand side should equal 100, or it will be close because we had to approximate it. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we have 157 minus, put in parentheses, 0.30 times 157 plus 10, and I got 99.9, so close enough. All right. Okay, 157 tomatoes. It can be done. I've done it. Anyway, so this is very useful. Better learn it. Better memorize it. Okay, see you over in the next problem.